Just in time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at www.justintimeaccessories. Just in time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Check it out. Just in time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at
Legacy Unlocked. When you're locked out of your vehicle, can't get in your car, call Legacy, serving West Palm Beach and surrounding cities. That's area code 229-630-7615. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you been denied disability, Social Security, or custodianship of your children? Call Antonio Williams. He has the knowledge and experience to fight the government on your behalf. Let him represent you. That's Antonio Williams, your non-legal attorney consultant.
They weren't loyal to you. They were loyal to the opportunity. And a person who does not understand the value of loyalty will never understand the damage of betrayal. This is how we get hurt. We confuse loyalty with attachments. There is a massive difference with somebody who is assigned to you versus someone who's attached to you. Somebody who is assigned to you helps you complete tasks. But those who are attached to you only want to benefit from the task that you have completed. They don't view you as a person. They view you as a purse. People don't abandon what they want. They abandon what they were using. But I'm loyal. I'm a rider. Everybody is willing to ride while you're in the yacht. But who is going to row with you in a crisis? Loyalty does not require lights or eyes because it is a heart posture. It should not require my presence for you to be loyal. Loyalty is when you have my back behind my back.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hoo-hoo. Welcome back, welcome back. It is so great to be in the number, as the Baptist people say, just one more time. Yes, indeed. I'm joined tonight by none other than my dear friend, my sister from another. I had to go up north to get her, but I had just followed not the yellow brick road, but follow those juicy cakes. You know what I'm saying? Those voluptuous, scrumptious, bodacious things. But they're non-GMO. So I'm joined by Juicy Cakes. Miss Juicy? Miss Juicy, are you with me?
Hey, yes, I'm here. The signal went out when I went on the elevator. I was like, oh, shucks. My bad. Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing just great. Legacy just texted and said he didn't get his link, so I'm trying to get him on. I sent him the link again. So just bear with us. Legacy is having testicle difficulties with his testicles.
I was muted. I realized that. Listen, you funny, but okay, we're gonna give him some time to release.
Yes, relax, relate, and release.
Release. Come on.
Come on, Legacy.
So look, you should go ahead. We should go on and get a jump start while I was waiting on him. You know, How's your day today?
My day, it was busy. It was productive, not from a business aspect, but productive. I took care of a lot of other things. Um, I actually went by Lowe's because now I have a lemon tree.
You did get the lemon tree. Okay, okay.
I got a Meyer lemon. I was watching a YouTube video and this guy was talking about Meyer lemons, and I was like Meyer lemon, so I never heard of, but because to the naked eye it looks like a regular lemon. But the only difference between a Meyer lemon is not as tart as a regular lemon. It's kind of sweet because I think it was grafted with I believe it was a tangerine or a mandarin or tangerine something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Did
it's
you
not.
send Legacy the link?
Yeah, I sent it in the group chat.
But did you resend it?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, go back. Now, so they sweeter than the regulars.
Sent it to Legacy on Messenger, and I sent it to him in the group chat. And I'm going to hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna send it again right here on the screen for the world to see.
We do invite others to join in. If you have something to say, you want to chime in and share your thoughts, we welcome that. And
Yeah,
while you at it and you on there, hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
yeah. So like I had never heard of Meyer lemon. So this guy he did a whole YouTube video on talking about his Meyer lemon tree, but his tree was only about 2.5, 3 feet tall, and already had like 4 lemons on it. So I was like, damn. So it didn't have to be like a tall tree. I said, okay. And then the very next day, I happened to go to, I think it was either I think it was Lowe's. And they happened to have 2 different lemon trees. And one of them was a Meyer lemon tree. I said, oh my God, that's that tree that I saw last night on YouTube. So I brought it. So I got the tree here. So.
Can we see your tree?
No, because that's way on the other side of the house.
Oh, okay.
I'm in Palm Beach. I'm in a mansion.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? I'm gonna have some lemon juice, some lemonade when you blossoms. Just keep me 2 lemons so I can have me a nice tall glass.
I got you. So yeah, so I got the the Meyer lemon tree like a couple of days ago, and today I got a Barbados cherry tree.
A cherry tree.
You call every time.
Okay, Abe Lincoln. Okay, Mr. Abe. That's what we're gonna call you, Abe.
So I was kind of productive today in the sense that I went by Lowe's again and I bought some bamboo sticks to prop next to my trees so they could grow up right. So my lemon tree had a little slight tilt, but now she's straight.
Make sure that the bamboo sticks are like not growable because bamboos grow very easy and they are very aggressive and they will take over even in pots.
Okay, no problem. Oh, 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 oh. Who let the dogs out? There go that puppy.
You probably talking about juicy cake.
There go that chihuahua.
I ain't never been a chihuahua in nothing. And nothing.
Look, chihuahuas don't stop. Chihuahuas go 45 minutes or more. Them things go, they gotta energize the battery forever.
Well, I still ain't no chihuahua, even if the chihuahua can
Ain't
go
nothing wrong
45
with a
minutes.
chihuahua. We were walking and we saw this big dog, a little dog, and then a little dog. And I said, oh wow, the big dog was the puppy of the chihuahua that had got with the big dog.
Lord help us. Lord help us.
Okay.
That sound like me. Hey Tony. That sound
Yeah.
like me and Juicy hooked up.
Okay.
see, hold on. Who the big dog?
Oh, oh.
Okay, now hold on now. Don't make me get deep.
If you get deep, I get gone.
Juicy is trans.
Oh, not what she is. She pretending to be a man because I know she done had some babies, so she can't be nothing. She can't train it that way.
Listen, listen. You know how Facebook have what's your status, right?
Oh my
For your
goodness.
relationship. And I
Yeah,
put civil union. It had been civil union for years. So my baby daddy started, he was trying to talk to me, and I didn't know why he was trying to talk to me. The whole time he was trying to talk to me because he thought I had a civil union.
Lord help us. Oh,
And when I found out that's what it was, I was like, oh, I admit I love everybody that I'm civil with.
that's crazy. And it probably wasn't even up there to choose from, and she just added it.
No, it was up there to choose from, but I just didn't know what it meant. I didn't know that's what it meant. When I Googled that, I was like, oh, I gotta stop doing I just knew it meant you love everybody.
Okay.
I understand now what Lil Wayne meant by if he could fuck everyone in the world, because everyone need love.
Oh my God, Tona Juicy must have she like she glowing over there. She glowing over there.
Let me stop because you go the extra mile.
Not on the show. I don't go on. I hold that for backstage.
Ain't nobody glowing.
You see how she just gonna push me?
Legacy. How how's
Yeah.
how, how's Naya doing?
She goes to have the X-ray in the morning. She got to be there at 7, and the procedure is at 7:30. And but other than that, I mean, we pretty much going. I don't want to say withdraw from school, but pretty much have to have her finish the rest of the school year home. Um, because like we said yesterday, you was with me when I went and picked up from school. Um, she's just having pain still. Um, and I'm just glad for in the morning for her to be able to
Good evening.
good evening. For us to pretty much hopefully find out exactly what's the source of the pain. Because every other test that we've done has come back that her organs and things are healthy. And but like I told you when we went back to her G gastric doctor and she was showing her where the pain and stuff was at and where it was ending up at in the back lower in her back part of her back. The GO doctor was like, that's a sign of gallbladder problem. And so this test will show if she's if it's functioning properly, if it's going bad, if it is, then we know what the next procedure will be, which is she will go into immediate surgery to have it removed.
That's the that's the
Because good thing is just her back. Because if it was her back, her neck, and her crack, then she have the Kaya.
Oh my God.
I'm not even going to
Oh,
say what I was going to say.
well, go ahead and
I'm
say what you're gonna
no
say, Kate.
no because you know what, y'all already have made up y'all minds, and that right there was confirmation. Mind's business.
Well, I mean, we always willing to hear something else because nobody wants to have that unless it has to be done. But after
Well,
the
you do know that food is our medicine, and
Sorry,
if it's the
Chantel.
gallbladder, hey Chantel, if it's the gallbladder, because it's a system for cleanse, you could cleanse and restore, declare, and make sure that you could keep the gallbladder and get it back functioning. She's young enough for that rejuvenation system.
that
If her organs are healthy, she young enough to get that reverse. Gallbladders
and
go
I
bad
believe
with
it.
what you eat.
I believe it. I believe it's possible, Kate. But
It don't take
repair.
long for that either. It don't, because you got to
Well,
look at it like this, as a vacuum cleaner. That's what a gallbladder is. It's a
yes.
vacuum cleaner that's getting rid of the waste. And when you
Hmm.
got a vacuum cleaner that have a brush bristle, and you got long hair like me, and every time you comb your hair it shed, that hair gonna wrap around that bristle. If I
Yeah.
don't take the time and get the hair out, that bristle gonna stop working. So you
Yeah.
got to take time to get it out. And if you haven't done that, and with anybody, 1 years, 2 years, 10 years, 50 years, you can get it out. And it don't take 50 years to get it out. It takes 50 years to change your um, lymphatic system. It don't take 50 years to help your gallbladder. It's a different process of the system. And your gallbladder can be rejuvenated very fast too, because it's a
But like I
matter of,
say,
go ahead.
me personally, I wish I would have, because I done took her to so many places to have tests done, and I think for me, if that is the case, I'm definitely willing to see. But let me tell you something. One of the most helpless points of my life has been two times. One time, a son passed away, and I couldn't do nothing about it. And this time, sitting around watching my daughter suffer for almost a month and a week, and in pain to the point to where she can't be her normal self. Um,
You forgot that, and
and
you forgot.
for
Wait, and you forgot the third time. The third time was when you was on your tiptoes and you couldn't reach the water fountain.
I know how to climb. I know how to pull my upper body up to get to the water if I needed to get it.
But that's kind of bad, because Beauty was walking today. That dog's so big now. Her nose hit the water and it sprayed up, and she was like, "Oh!" And she kept bumping, like, "How you do that?" And she just kept making the water spray.
Well, I know how to make water spray too myself.
Oh, you do you? Okay. Chihuahua. Chihuahua.
Wow.
Yeah, you and Juice is crazy.
Chihuahua.
Okay.
Oh man.
Go,
Oh,
go. Hose me down.
but listen, I don't know if we had a chance to give our condolences to our sister Savage. I think she lost her grandmother. Unless you guys did. Y'all gave a shout out already to her.
No, I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know
she
about
lost her
it. So
grandmother, and
I
we
was
want
in
to
her
just
inbox the other day, and I did not even know that. I love you,
yeah.
Sexy Savage.
But yeah, she lost her grandmother. Um, that was Savage. Other heartbeat next to her child, and we just want to let you know we here for you and support in any other way that we can. And as much as you need us, we only a phone call away, and you know how we do. We pull up and show out together. So we love you, Savage, and we just wanted you to know that we here for you, you and the entire family.
Yes.
Mm.
If Don Allen was on here, we'll have him do a solo.
Not on this show.
Or even a prayer. He pray.
Not on this show.
You got to pray just to make it today.
We better call MC Hammer.
And put him in the mix.
Yo ho, ho ho, ho ho. Yeah, it is great to be amongst the number, to be amongst my sister and brother. and the ATL world and the ATL fans and friends. We appreciate you guys for tuning in.
Yes, indeed. Definitely hit that thumbs up. We appreciate it so much. Listen, Juicy got some news for us. So go ahead, Juicy.
See that one, two, three, four, fifth person from the left with the white shirt on. He was so nervous. He said he was fidgeting and he needed something in his hand, so he was holding his necklace. Then he realized he was on stage. He was like, ah! He said they got it at the right time. But that's the image that Michelle Obama captured and posted and shared today, giving a tribute to the seniors. And big ups to the seniors today in Washington, D.C., the DMV area, which is Maryland, Virginia, and the District of Columbia. My son was one of the top 15 students in the DMV area to receive a full ride scholarship to a partnership school. And today was college signing day, and he was a part of it. So he was up on stage interviewed because he was one of the number one recipients to receive today.
What it do? What it do? ATL in the motherfucking White House.
Black excellence. Yes.
Yeah.
And he worked hard for it. When I tell you, my baby been putting in to live out the dream that he want. I had a friend yesterday tell me that it's no like it's a given because I'm so gung ho on education. And I nearly pissed my damn pants because I am not gung ho on education. I'm gung ho on self perseverance. And for whichever dream that my children aspire to do, I want to make sure they strive and achieve it. And his just so happens has to be going to college and being in that path. And so he's doing the work to do it. But I ain't never raised them to be like, you got to go to college in order to be successful. Like, you successful because you my baby. It's simple as that. It can't get no better. It can only get greater.
It's in the
Of
genes.
course. Look, he said, I don't know who gave me this smile. Like, huh? He hit me with a low one. I ain't even gonna do me like that. He talking about, but I'm gonna tell you, y'all, you did a thing. You did a thing with it. I said, I'll take that. I'll take that little side compliment. Appreciate you. Yeah. But I'm so proud of him. And the thing of it is today the partnership scholarship that he received the full ride for was Eastern Connecticut University. But we going with HU. you know.
You know.
Oh God.
And to be the glory. We appreciate God for all the blessings that he has bestowed upon us. But we gonna do what we gotta do and so
Oh
persevere.
goodness. Oh goodness.
Hey, I'm a rattler.
If you got to sell fish dinners, chicken dinners, candy apples, and stuff.
Ass.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm a rattler, and FAM is a partner school, and he did not get the scholarship for FAMU, which is a partnership school, but he could
Nobody
go if
want
he
to go to no
wanted to.
damn fam.
Thank you. Well, hold up, slow that down. Wait a minute, huh? I
My
want to
bad.
go to FAM.
My bad.
I'm a rattler.
She told me to hold up and slow it down.
Don't nobody want to go to Bethune.
Take your time, young man.
Oh God!
Don't
Somebody
nobody
take
want
the
to go to
mic.
Bethune. But we gonna strike and strike and strike again all day. All day.
Okay.
Now when they ask who the real HU, fam, goddamn you. All right.
God damn.
All right. All right. That's it. And that's
All
all they
been a
say after
state.
it. That's all they say. No, they only got no you in it.
What it do, Molly Mall? Oh, I listen. That's the whole reason. That was the whole reason I said what I just said, because I knew that lady right there couldn't sit in her seat at the house and take that shit. Nobody don't care nothing about no goddamn FAMU.
You know.
Well, listen. But since we're on this new generation, we are going to be pirates. Ahoy! Legacy, your two nephews, Malik and Tariq Akabars, are rattlers. Mm.
That was before nobody don't listen. I don't get you just gonna keep on just disrespecting me about them damn rattlers tonight. Go put their ass in a
It
croaker
is what
sack.
it is. It is
Go
what it is.
put Juicy ass in a croaker sack. Put my two nephews in the same croaker sack and get Miss
Let me tell
Johnson
you,
and throw her ass in the croaker sack. Tie a knot
FAMU,
in it.
FAMU is where it started for me. If it wasn't for, I started out at FAMU as a theater and business major, and I graduated with elementary education and psychology degree so that I could homeschool my children and teach them what they needed to know so they could be successful. And I done did it 3 times with
And
flying colors. So whoever want to put FAMU down,
I ain't
look,
putting them down. I just
whatever.
don't like them because I don't like them. I don't know nothing bad about FAMU.
Oh,
and you
okay,
got,
okay. Well, look, for the record,
and you got a child standing on stage with Michelle Obama, proving
Boy, I like to just told you, motherfuck that person.
proving your hard work.
yes.
That ain't her damn. That's Juicy hard work. Oh, Michelle ain't do nothing but hand out some money they done stole.
But we ain't get the money though.
Because they was
But you understand?
standing on stage with Michelle Obama because of Juicy's hard work.
Right.
Yeah.
But that because of Juicy, not because of Fam.
Well, I mean, I got it from fam. You know, everybody
No,
give him
you had
praise
that already
album.
in you. That's why your mind was made up. Fam just attached itself to you. Any school you would have went to would have got that same accolade.
Fam ain't look for her.
Go to something else.
Well, big up yourself, Niamki.
Definitely big up to Neonki. Big up to Teama. I mean Teama you too, but Miss Johnson, Kate, Kamal and his beautiful family for allowing my nephews to go to college.
Can't even say it.
Definitely.
Well, listen, I have this other story I want to talk on. I tried to download the video 3 times and I was not successful with downloading the video. But let me tell you the whole storyline. There was a group of guys sitting around, and the question, and I think 1 or 2 women was in the midst. But the question was, they had proposed to the guy was, what if you're in a situation where you witness your baby mama getting abused or beaten or disrespected by
Another man,
her current boyfriend, and you witnessed it. That's your child's mother. What's your outtake? And the guy said his first response was, "Is this the guy she left me for?" So basically, I guess he was saying, if that's the nigga she left me for, I ain't got nothing to do with it, because 1, if my children didn't witness it, then I'm not in a position to protect her. I'm not her protector anymore. So if that's what she chose, then that's on her. So let's talk about that.
I knew you were gonna throw me in this frying pan first. Oh man. This is the only way that I can see myself physically intervening. If my children are there present, the very first thing I need to do, if it gets to me, I need to get there and into that situation there and try to remove my kids from that environment at that time. because this is a very tricky, slippery slope because I can interact and try to be the protector, which I'm no longer have any rights to be, um, because I have no rights to her.
Right.
But at that moment, is for me to remove my children from the space. And once I remove them from the space, I could see if I could, try to talk to the guy like a man and without trying to make him feel like I'm disrespecting him or trying to check him by asking him, can we calm down for a minute? Can we talk? If I can see what's really going on, because you don't need to be going to jail. Da 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 da. But the reason it has to go like that is because you can intervene in something like that, and you can hurt somebody. That person can hurt you, and in the midst of all of that going on, that woman can forgive that person and still go back to that person while you're in a whirlwind and a beef with a man that personally didn't have one with you, but he's now have a beef with you because you've gotten into his personal business. Because you put yourself in a situation to where, and we know on numerous occasions, women get beat by men. We know women get cheated on by men. We know spouses say things about each other's family members, mamas and daddies, and they still find a way to move past that and be back together. So now I have a legitimate beef. Well, this man now has a legitimate beef with her baby's father for overstepping his boundaries, which his only obligation is to protect his children at that time. Now, if you're whooping my kid's mama ass in front of my children and I happen to be there, then I have to do something then, because my children can't look at me any other way than their protector. So if I'm their hero and I'm their protector, but you then protect my mama, it could also cause them at a young age to look at their dad differently. So it's a very touch and go situation on how. But if this is a woman that, like this man say, decided to leave me fucked up, desolated, destitute, and been shitting on me the whole time, nah, I'm just gonna move my kids and get the fuck on, and then probably go to the courthouse and file for immediate removal of my kids from the house, from her home, because it's unsafe. It's volatile over there. So you can stay over there and keep getting your ass whooped, but they won't be there to witness it.
No more.
No more. See, cause we know dick and pussy, right? We know that dick and pussy sometimes seems to rejoin each other again, even in volatile situations.
Amen.
And amen. Kate, what you think?
What's your viewpoint, Juicy?
Well, I'm with you, Legacy. One moment, hold on.
That's a pretty color on that wall, ain't it, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
Look like Smurf blue.
Looks like teal.
Yeah.
But I agree. Like that's not cool to domestic violence. Any kind of abuse is not what anyone needs, and the children don't need to be subjected to it. And if like I have that same mixed feeling, if you left, if that's who you left me for, why should I be helping you? But then I feel whether it's a baby mama, a stranger, if you see someone being abused, you should be helping. So that's where it's like I have that mixed feeling with. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when the children are involved, all the things you said about, letting it be removed, letting them to be, get them out, talk to the guy. I had talk to your children. Let your children know that if they see something go on and they're afraid and they're not comfortable, what they need to do in that situation. Because I got a friend who did 15 years in prison for his mom being abused and how he retaliated and helped his mother, and it wasn't good for his outcome, So we got to really have that talk all the way across the board of domestic violence when you have relationships, because even if it's the father, not just the ex or like a new boyfriend, but even if it's the children experiencing it, period, they need to know what to do and how to handle it. But accepting it, like, hold on.
So Legacy and Juicy, I'm gonna say this while you talking to your family members.
Mhm.
So at what point is let's say she did something where she deserved an ass whooping, like let's say she cheated or she slept with his brother or
That
uh
that don't that
That
ain't a
don't
that ain't
deserve an ass
that
whooping. That
don't that's
deserves you
not
to
a
get
that's
the
not
whole
exactly.
ass.
I don't think um I think the strongest thing any individual can do if
walk
you
away.
if you is to walk away, because at that moment um you've seen all that you needed to see from both of them, and the best thing you can do is ask them to leave your home. And if they don't, if Kamal say, Juicy, congrats to your son and your family. He's going to a great school. Thank you for the environment you create for the greatness. Come on, she already done heard all that. You just brown nosing more. She done heard
I
all of
love
that.
you.
She
Thank
has heard
you.
all of that. We just did it for 8 minutes.
Hater.
But you have to, that those situations right there, even those situations don't require ass whippings for man or woman. That's just your confirmation that you know that this person no longer needs to be in the same environment as you anymore in existence. And like I say, I think Cake hit it on the head also, that we have to just remove ourselves. Domestic violence is something that, um, me personally, I think domestic violence is a broad perspective, because some people think two parents arguing is domestic violence. That's not domestic violence to me, because parents are not gonna get along all the time. Um, Bashing that happens, but you don't want to be doing that in front of your children. But when it comes to physical, and you got to put your hand on somebody, the relationship is over for me. That's over.
You
I
know
mean,
that
go
that's
go
the
ahead, Kate.
extreme. That's the extreme side of domestic violence, and it can get further than just putting your hands. It can lead to death.
Right.
But domestic violence is a form of abuse, and once it gets to the physical realm where the body harm is being caused and endangerment is taking place, that's where it is gone. Is too far is too far. Anything dealing with abuse is too far. If we share a car and I'm gonna take the keys because you made me mad, that's a form of abuse. That's too much. We got to be able to associate and identify the right, like, I feel like rules of engagement, and the best rule of engagement is to suck it up
I-
and
in a
suck him
perfect
up.
in
walk
a per,
away.
in a
Suck him
perfect
up.
world, go ahead, Tony.
What'd you say? Suck him up.
So,
That'll work. That usually calm people down, calm you down, and get you to sleep.
Real quick.
and
And Tony,
and the thing.
hold on, okay, let me just say something right quick. And Tony, most women don't use the tools that they have the way that they can. In the middle of an argument, if that woman say, shut up and go take a bath and get yourself cleaned up so I can take care of you. Even if in the middle of that argument, that word right there gonna go in that ear and gonna shut that mouth. Do you understand me? It's
You
gonna
know,
shut down. I'm a man. In the middle of an argument, if my woman say to me, I'm done talking about this. I'm done talking about this, Tony. Go in there, get you a bath, get cleaned up. I'm gonna finish fixing you a plate. We'll talk about this later. Clean them balls and that thing real good. I'm gonna take care of you, baby. I don't want to talk about this no more. He might be
so
grumbling
hold on.
under
I'm
his.
a question. I got a question.
Go ahead.
Just so curious.
Go ahead.
Because that sounds like that's a good solution, but that's her not wanting to hear what he arguing about.
No, I'm just
When
saying both of them arguing, Kate, and nobody's hearing one
oh,
another. Most of the
okay,
time, a man, hold on, Kamal, breaking news. Kamal say, break
break up
up
the
the fight.
fight like
Go ahead, Kate.
you break up the fight like you would do in most occasions. Get your kids away from that situation. It will spill over. Call 911 if more intervention is needed. Do not put yourself in danger.
Correct. But most of the time, Cake, I promise you, most of the time men don't want to argue. Most of
But
the
they the
time,
ones who start the argument.
hold on. We gon' no. Men don't really start arguments.
What kind of men I be dealing with then? What's going on then? Cause
They in their
I
feminine side. Them hoes.
no, you didn't.
Cake, let me tell you something. Cake. You've been around for me being in a relationship, right? You have. And there were many times in being in that relationship where this person would be mad because I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue. Matter of fact, I don't want to talk about it. And because I say I don't want to talk about it, it would spew over to more stuff.
I saw a post. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna read it, and it was talking about a toxic relationship. And I remember in high school doing the proper way of communication and rules to arguing, like fair fighting in relationships. And one of the things when you just said was like, when you don't want to talk about it, you don't talk about it. That's a form of toxicity. That is also a form of abuse.
No, that's
That
not abuse because I have a right as a
now you
human
have a
being.
right. You have a right to say, "I don't want to talk about it now, and we'll talk about it later," and then come back and readdress it.
Right.
But you just said, "If I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to talk
If
about it."
it's a
Now,
okay, if it's an
I'm this way.
argument,
I'm this way. I'm talking about me. I'm that
okay,
way. When I don't want, when it's an argument and it's like you ain't listening to what I say, I ain't talking
right,
no more. I ain't got shit else to
right.
say. That
Until we
still
able to,
is a form of abuse.
huh? No, it's
It
not.
still is.
Because
It's
if you don't
toxic.
want to talk, no, you've allowed society to tell you that that's a form of abuse because they constantly attach. Because I don't want to talk, I've never seen nobody be arrested or go to jail talking about this is domestic abuse because somebody told their significant other, I don't want to talk about it.
No. I didn't say it's
Good evening, Chris.
domestic abuse where it comes to the violence. See, they don't add the domestic part to them. See, if that's it's not domestic abuse, it's domestic violence. And abuse is a form of mistreatment that triggers the domestic violence.
But that's only based off of the other person's feelings. And see, that's the
Yes.
thing. Nobody can control. That's the thing, Cake. I can say something. Let me tell you.
No.
Hold on. Let me tell you a
I
story.
agree. I agree. I agree.
Listen, Cake. I'm gonna tell you a story. And this was a lesson that I learned that Tony had to tell somebody else on the show. In season 1, somebody came on and said something disrespectful, and I told them, hey, what you're saying is offensive to me. Don't say it again. That person couldn't understand that they didn't need to say that again because I've already told them that it's offensive to me. If people stay out of, and what they said was very disrespectful, and Tony had to correct them later on. But if people stop being in their feelings about somebody not agreeing with what they want to do, at that moment, Cake, you may not want to talk. You may not want to hold a conversation because you see No, it's always falling on deaf's ear. Nothing is coming from it. So why would I continually hold a conversation in the middle of an argument with somebody that I see is not going nowhere? So in order to keep me from cursing, yelling, and screaming, I say, look, I don't want to talk about this no more. It's going nowhere. Now, I have been in situations where I've been just like that and got in the bed with the same woman because I didn't feel like talking, but had to lay beside her. I just didn't want to talk, but I got an opportunity to hear what she had to say better by me just laying in the bed beside her. Because when I lay down to go to bed, I don't do no arguing. Ain't no fussing, ain't nothing. So if she wanted to talk, even though I may not have interacted, I still had to hear what she had to say. And guess what, Tony? Her voice was at a different tone.
Amen.
And guess what? I was able to receive what she had to say purely because I wasn't in an argument. I was listening at that time. So I wasn't defensive. I wasn't trying to protect myself. I had no choice but to listen. So we have to understand, we have to stop attaching everything to abuse. Just because, Cake, you don't want to talk, Tony, you don't want to talk, that don't mean because I don't want to talk, what it says is I'm shutting down me from talking. I may still have to hear what you got to say, but I'm just not ready to reply to you right at this moment. But everybody, not saying you can't, but that's why I say that word is very broad because people can say
word.
That people can say, but we're in a conversation and you're not looking me in my eyes. You're emotionally abusing me.
And so, okay, and that is where it is. What I've just really starting to experience, and I wanted to do, I'm curving a segment on toxicity in relationships, and I want to just start working with that with people because I've been I'm having a hard time living in this world. I don't like people.
God damn.
Gotta go out. No, and I love people, and I want to love them. I want to like them, but people blowing the horn on I-95. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? We all in this traffic, and you blowing the horn. Like, move where? I'm stopped. I'm pausing because you gotta yield for the person walking, and they so much in a hurry because they don't see around my car, so they blowing the horn for me to go. I didn't get cuss that because I'm waiting in line. I can wait in the checkout line, and you know how you hold your spot while other people coming because the lines be long.
Yeah.
Even Whole Foods now have 2 registers open, 1 register in self-checkout. So the line will be way down in the aisle. I'm only getting a few things. You go get the 3 things. I'm gonna wait here. By the time you get it, we'll be up to the front. You can't hold no spots. How you gonna tell me what I can't do? Lady yesterday at CVS, she told me, I've been working at CVS. I've been working here for 20 years. I'm like, okay. It was a buy one, get one free for razors. I had 1 pack of razors. I can't sell it to you for half off. Okay. You should go get the free one. I don't need 18 razors. I need a pack right now. Go get the free one. I don't want to walk back and get
out of
the
line.
Free one. Right. I'm good. She had a problem with me making a choice of not taking something for free, and then told me I had to take it because she was going to ring me for double. I'm like, okay, well then you keep the receipt, you go get the razors, and you have razors, and I'm sharing. Now she mad at me because I'm giving her razors. You can't be kind to these people. They don't know what they want. I don't like them. So when I think about that, relationships is not just man and female. It's the relationship with the customer service, with the doctor, with the teacher. And it's unhealthy when we can't communicate and understand one another. And
but
that
Kate,
form of understanding
let me ask you and Tony
causes emotional abuse.
But let me ask you this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, you and Tony, everybody we raised different. And when I say by raised different, your household with mom, dad, you may have been able to see what proper communication was. Tony raised by his mama, and Tony may not have never seen a man over his mama and him in the household. Am I right, Tony? Your mama may have had men that she dated, but she probably never brought a man over y'all in the house.
Right.
But you want to know what goes deeper than that? Not what we just experience on what we see as an outlook of an example, but what hurts us. So many of us are living with childhood wounds that we are bringing into our adult life because we ain't work on it. We don't know what to do with it. Who was this? Somebody, was it Scrappy, who just went wild on his mama about how she ain't do this and how you raised me to be this way and stuff. And she was looking at him like Legacy said, but I kept the lights on. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I did what I had to do. And
Mm-hmm.
not appreciating that she did what she had to do. He looking at it as you ain't doing what you needed to do because you put me in compromising situations. No, I put you a step ahead of life that you know how to survive now. Like
And,
people
and
don't.
that's real, because I could look at my mama, I can look at my life as a child, and I can look and say the same thing Scrappy said about my mama. But when I look at my life, I don't look at my life as my mama did, oh, she hindered me. No, she did it just what you said, Cake. She made me strong to be able to, and I tell anybody this, those 5 years that I did of incarceration in two different terms together, I don't know how I would have survived prison without those hard times that I endured throughout life, going through things with my mama. But and I'm grateful for them because it allowed me to become the man that I am today. I'm not afraid of dealing with, most of us, I'm talking about us, are scared to verbally articulate intelligence to other races of people because we have this slave mentality that you can't talk to white people crazy. You can't talk to Asians crazy. You can't talk to Asian people or Jewish
Okay,
people crazy. But those that we have seen strong individuals
that's what
that
me, Kulo.
but
Crazy I am.
Scrappy also don't look at what his mama did and how she got him through. Also gave him that drive to become the rapper that he became, to get the money that he has been allowed to make in his career.
Now I'm
So
gonna say, unless she knew P Diddy was up in that tail and she ain't stop him, she fucked up.
so this was about P Diddy.
No, I was just,
Oh
allegedly.
yeah,
Just
you
had to throw
crazy.
that in there.
You crazy. When your car don't crank
Had
up
to
in the
throw that
morning,
in there.
when your car don't
Ooh,
crank up in the morning,
rebuke, rebuke. It's just a pun intended. We just having fun over
you
here.
better say it.
I
What you
said
say, Tony?
allegedly. Put it up, Tony. Quick. You're lagging. He's frozen, y'all.
Speaking of P
He's
Diddy,
frozen, y'all.
you know that
Allegedly, Tony. Allegedly, hit me with it.
hello.
Hold on, put Chris back up. I need to read what he say.
No, y'all dragging me.
Chris say, really? You threw Diddy in it?
Speaking of P Diddy, you know they like a lot of guys, a lot of homophobic guys, or a lot of guys, like they'll do something that's suspect, and they'll say, "Oh, no homo."
Yeah.
Mhm. They say
The
no
new term,
Diddy.
new term is now no Diddy.
Lord help us. You crazy. Y'all need help.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
So let me read this okay, top traits of an unhealthy relationship. 1, bringing up divorce or breaking up. 2, pointing out your partner's flaws or past mistakes. 3, dominating the conversation by talking over them. 4, refusing to talk or giving the silent treatment. 5, making the issue entirely the other person's fault. Or 6, dismissing or evading what is being said.
Now, who again, this is why I said I hear what you are saying about that, but those are other people's feelings and thoughts on what they think is. Because if you are my woman and you say, listen, I just don't feel like talking about it now. I'm even though I may still want to talk about it now, I understand as a human being, you don't have to talk if you don't want to. It may not be the day. I didn't say you did. I'm just talking about what you just read.
No, I'm trying to help people because I have, like, I'm looking at the people, and this is a real big issue that people do not know how to connect and communicate. And clear communication leads to no misunderstanding. A lot of people do not know the difference between assertiveness and aggressiveness. And the way you just said, if my old lady tell me she don't want to talk, that's being assertive. She's caring about your feelings and how you are. So she's bringing up what matters to you. You want to talk, but she's letting you know what matters to her. She don't want to. She's doing it in a respectful, humble, humility tone to let it be known. I ain't coming, like, that's her white flag. This is peace. Give me a moment. And people will receive that. That's the same as going there in the shower and wash you up, and let's just do, yeah. That's the same thing. Just
what
in
was
a
that
different
hand
way.
gesture, Tony?
Listen, mind your business.
And if you don't know, then you don't.
If you don't know, it ain't for you. Okay.
As Sherry say, ask your mama.
Bastard.
He said, "Ooh, call a jawbone." Y'all, today was a good day.
Somebody asked my mama.
I want to do a quick, and we only got about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to show a video. But to flip the conversation slightly, are y'all one, because I've had this conversation with 2 or 3 people, are you one who condone foolishness simply because that's my mama, or that's my daddy, or that's my brother? For example, let's say you and your brother in the mall, or you and your mom, or you and a relative is in the mall, and because that's your relative, they're automatically right, and you're gonna take their side. Regardless of the title that they are, mom, dad, brother, sister, niece, or nephew, if they're wrong, do you check them in their wrongness, or if they're wrong, fuck that, that's my brother, and you at the other person's neck because this is my brother. My brother, that's my motherfucking brother, but your brother wrong.
It depends on the type of wrong my brother wrong, you know. Now, because I'm a foolishness type person, and I've had my children be in the car where they've been probably situations that they may have thought like they should have intervened and told me I should not do. They've said, "Ma, you so extra." However, with the whole way it play out, I'll be so right. Now, they realize them people pushed me to the limit, and I'm a full throttle your ass. My limits. I'm gonna run right over.
Not the full throttle.
Yes, I love it. It's fun. Like,
gotta push it all the way in.
If you all the way in and through. We gotta
get to
the other side. Yes.
Tony allegedly signed up there now. Yes, I'm confused.
Ain't no confused. See, we on 2 different thoughts. Perception is everything.
We're not gonna let you try to throw that off on a knife or a blade. We're not gonna let you.
Hey,
Me, Cake Y'all, I'm big on correction. And it just depends on the situation. Um, if my brother or my mama gotta go to jail behind something and me saying something,
No.
Chuck dog, what it is, what it do? If my brother in the situation where I have to lie to keep him or my mama from going to jail at that moment, I'm probably gonna do it. But it's not gonna go without me um telling them when the situation is over that you were fucked up. That shit was real fucked up. You made me do something that I didn't really want to have to do, but because of who you are to me, you know, I had to do that. I mean, but I'm also the same person that if it's not in that situation, not that type of situation, where if I'm in the middle of a situation where my brother about to get in a fight and I can get there and I can find out what happened to get to this point, I will be the first person to get in my brother's face and be like, motherfucker, you wrong. Most of the time, if you got somebody that's willing to say that while that other person is still standing there and you in your brother's face or your sister's face, that person will simmer down because he's saying, damn, somebody, his family checking him. Ain't no need for me to have to do it because he already getting checked. And most of the time, people can't take that type of ridicule because they automatically assume that they family gonna have their back and they ain't gonna correct them right then and there. But I told y'all the story one time. I had got out of Job Corps and I went and stayed with my mama for like a week. It was supposed to have been for a month, but I couldn't deal with it for a week because it was my mama and her significant other. And I'm sitting in the chair on the telephone. Her significant other, who I was cool with, is sitting in the other chair, and my mama was in the kitchen cooking. Well, they had their little words or whatever they were saying. Wasn't nothing of violence or none of that, but they together. They arguing. You got 8-9 years in this relationship with this person. And you've never told me anything of violence this person has ever done to you. So at that moment, I have a great respect for this person, but I also know who the hell my mama is too. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My mama walked from out of the kitchen and walked up on that man while he was sitting in the chair and stood over this man and slapped the shit out of him. Bam! I was on the telephone. All I said was, I'll call you back. Hung up the telephone. The man is looking up at my mama. But when I stand up, this man has to make a conscious decision. I could get up and hit this lady back, but I also know her son is standing right here. And even if I can beat both of them, I know I got to get into a fight because her son ain't finna let me just hit her. And so I'm also putting myself in this man's shoes as well, right then in a split second. So guess what? The first thing I did, Tony, jumped around in front of my mama and told her, you dead ass wrong. You ain't got no reason to be putting your hand on that man. Not one reason. You know what he said? Tony, you right. She ain't got no business putting her hands on me. Got up, put his shoes on, and went and got in his car and left. Because I didn't pick a side. I made sure that my mama understood that she was wrong. And I made him feel that I understood his situation. Now, my mama was mad talking about I took side. I said, but mama, what if this man would have had a gun and killed both of us in here? What if that would have happened?
Well, back then, you was only what, 3'7"? Because you're 4-2 down.
That must have been Juicy was 1-1.
Wait, hold up now. So see, you think I got food in my mouth, huh? You not gonna say that, huh? You think I ain't paying attention, huh?
But
Yeah,
I don't think we uphold people in their wrong. That's why I deal with y'all, because my circle is like that. I don't want to be around yes people. I want people that, lift me up when I'm right, but also know how to tell me, motherfucker, you wrong.
I'm with you with calling the person out. Now, that's why I say it depends on the situation, because if we like at a club and I don't know these people and you doing something, if I can't get you to calm down, like I already said, bro, you ain't right, bro. I'm not gonna be loud and be like I'm on your side, because if you then people might try to take it like, oh, and we all about to jump and be on all on the same side. No, because if you still try to jump and feel froggy, we still gotta fight you. No
Yeah,
matter how wrong my brother is, we still gotta
yeah,
fight you. Oh, I just wanted to make sure everybody is aware
yeah.
that
That's
even
definitely
if your brother don't calm down and he wrong, but he's still fucking up, you gotta fuck him up. Now
yeah,
we don't kill people for just for fuck ups. Like
yeah.
you don't have to
I
go that
agree.
far.
What you think, Tony?
I agree with both of you, and I like how Juicy broke that down. She simplified it. Yeah. Because I know sometimes when I'm out in public with Legacy, I mean, his mouth is off the chain sometimes. And when we're in public, it's like he's a menace to society. I don't know what the fuck to do with it.
It's a short person's issue. I can relate. It's not even a short person's issue. Taller people have a problem with us.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why they feel like we ain't gonna be the motherfucking problem. We just let it be known.
It's that Chihuahua mentality.
It's not now. At that
No,
time, we're not Chihuahua. At that time, it's Great Dane Pit Bull. It's
I'm definitely.
tear that ass up.
Yeah, I definitely transformed from the Chihuahua
Yeah,
to a
we can
bull
stay
mastiff.
low.
It's a what,
We
a
can stay
Bichon or a
we
Poodle?
we can stay
No,
low
I
to a
ain't
pit
wiggling my
bull
ass
and get up
nowhere either.
under. See.
But yeah, you have to. Let me show you another prime example. And y'all know my brother. He be on this show a few times. He was just on here about 3 weeks ago. Mello. One night we went out drinking. Well, he went out drinking. We had went out there. This time they had that place down in Clematis called they used to sell call a cab and all of that type of stuff. Well, anyway, we down there eating and everything. We got some girls with us. And this nigga done drunk like 3 Long Island iced teas. And I tell him, bro, be careful with them Long Island iced teas because they sneak up on you. All right. So at the end of that, we supposed to be going to the little strip club called Red Door. Yeah, Wet Willie's. Wet Willie's, yeah. So we go to this strip club off of Okeechobee called Red Door. When we get there, is Melvin and this dude that he was with already had done got to the club before us. When I get there, the dude is at the bar. I say, hey, where my brother at? He say, oh, he over there talking to some chick. I say, okay. Yes, come on. Sound like you done been there a few times. So listen, y'all. Melvin is in the corner talking to this chick. The chick is giving Melvin conversation because Melvin used to date her back in the days, but the chick ain't told him that her boyfriend is in the club. So the dude see his girl talking to my brother. I say, so the dude walk up on Melvin and say, excuse me, this my lady, man. Just move on. Mind you, Melvin drinking there too. Melvin tell the man, you can't hog all that motherfucking pussy. This is now, mind you, I don't know what's being said because I'm at the front of the bar. I just got in. So I found this corner in the back where the bathroom is at.
Wow.
As I'm sitting there, the girl who I'm with, it comes to the club, come sit by me. Melvin come stand by me. I said, what's wrong? He told me, this motherfucking nigga done tried me. I said, how this man tried you? I'm over there talking to this chick. She didn't even tell me her boyfriend was in the club, but I know her from school and we used to talk. But the man gonna tell me, excuse me, my man, this is my lady. I told him, you can't hog all this motherfucking pussy. I look at this nigga. I say, you told the man what? I told him that, and I told him, what the fuck you want to do? He say the dude said, all right. So now Melvin's standing by me. He go back to the bar, get another drink, and then he drank that. As I'm still sitting in the dark talking to the girl, I see Melvin walk to the corner to the bathroom. I see him go in the bathroom. Now, mind y'all, this bathroom only got one toilet. One stall in there. This nigga go in the bathroom to pee. Not less than 6 seconds, I see that same dude and another dude walk behind him. The girl who I'm talking to say, ain't that the dude right there that your brother was arguing with? I look to the side and they go into the bathroom. I see them standing in the door open. I push her off of me. I walk over there to the bathroom. When I walk in the bathroom, Melvin's standing up with his hands up like, what's up, nigga? Dick out, hands up. I walk right in the bathroom, move him out the way, grab this nigga and pull him out the bathroom. I say, y'all, excuse me, man, this nigga drunk. Pull him out. The dude say, okay, bet. The dude and his homeboy leave the club. Mind you, me and another homeboy together with two girls. We leave, we get ready, it's time for us to leave the club. Melvin's so drunk, but just so happened that Melvin parked his car on the compound. My car is down the road. So Melvin got in his car and left. I'm walking with the two girls and another one of my homeboys. Tell me why the same two niggas was sitting on their car behind my car. I'm parked in front of them. As I'm walking, the girl said, oh shit. I look up, them same two niggas standing right there. One sitting on the hood and one standing on the side of the car. I'm like, fuck. But I can't show that I'm nervous. As we get closer to them and we walk past them, the tall dude say, hey, Shaw. I'm still walking. I say, yeah. He said, come here for a minute. Let me talk to you. I said, all right. I turn around. I walk back to the car where they was at. They say, man, we ain't got no problem with you. We ain't got no problem with you. He said, it's your brother. He said, your brother did some foul shit. And he said, man, I'm just glad it was you and these girls and this other dude walking down the road. He said, cause man pulled out two guns. He said, cause had your brother been walking with you, we were gonna light his ass up. If I hadn't intervened in that bathroom and checked him then, Melvin, let's say I'd have went in there talking shit to them, I would have been the one getting the bullets that night because guess what? My car was the one that was parked down the road where they was at. Melvin's car was on the parking lot.
Right.
They would have had a problem with me had I not have handled that the proper way.
Exactly.
So if you have
and
to,
that's
go
you
ahead,
should
Kate.
always and that's I'm saying that's why we should always my shirt say calm is a superpower. And a lot of people don't know how to remain calm and be collective within the situation. Cause
Right,
your brother was wrong. My
dead
Lord.
wrong.
Dead
Yes.
wrong. But
And
at the
and I,
same
and
time, he was drunk.
see,
And drunk
but
people
that's the
say
thing, Kate.
but
But
drunk
that's the
people say
thing. People,
anything.
but at
They
that
just
time, Kate,
mhm.
nobody cared to. Let's say if Melvin would have tried to fight me that night, him being drunk. I know that he drunk. I would have pushed
Mhm.
his ass out the way and got the hell on because I know he drunk. But
But other
another
people ain't
man
seeing that. Right.
ain't seeing that.
Right. And that's
Another
what I
man ain't
meant
seeing
by
that.
that's what I meant by when I was saying you don't know what the other people mindset gonna be, and so they just looking to get what they gotta get, like justice need to be served,
For
and
them, yeah.
everybody don't have the same way of serving their justice. Some people are okay
Right.
with talking, some people want to serve you, and
Yep.
you got and so Nubian she be like, Mom, you don't fear death. And I do. It's not, I no, it's not a matter. I fear death and I don't feel invincible. However, I ain't short. I be like, motherfucker, you see me. I
You
would
ain't
tell
what?
quit. Short, whatever. I be like, no, don't let it fool you.
Let that 5 feet
I'm
fool
telling you, 11 foot four. Play with it if you want to.
Don't
Listen,
nobody want no problem, Kate.
okay. Listen, I got 2 videos and we got 30 minutes. So let me show this first video real quick. It's called Put Her in Her Place.
Oh Lord.
Check this out.
After all the bad boys that I dated, I thought, you know what? Let me just date the good guy. And that didn't work out because I felt like superior to him.
There was no sexual polarity.
It just didn't work out because I felt like I was the boss. I felt like
Did you find yourself snapping on him and getting a little bit more disrespectful than you normally would?
very.
That's typically what happens.
Yeah. And I did things to him that I wouldn't do to Katie. And it's unfortunate because he's a good guy. He didn't do anything to me. The problem is that he didn't put me in my place when he should have, whenever that was supposed to happen. At some point in our relationship, he didn't put me in my place as the woman, as his woman, and he didn't show me that he can lead. So I felt like I was leading the entire household when it's really supposed to be him.
Now, ladies in the comment section and in the viewership audience, I need to hear from you as well as Juicy Cakes. Why the need to be put in your place? Shouldn't you automatically know your place? Or do you think she's right or wrong in her, or justified in her saying?
I think that's her relationship. To help you because I wasn't able. Yeah, I saw that and I heard legacy and I feel that I want to remain kind of neutral on that because the good guy can fuck up too. And on her situation, she felt she might have met someone who or whatever role she was living in, she got the mindset to feel like she high up on it. Like that to me sound like she's sedity. And she have the mindset of thinking she above people. Like that's not my character. So I can't relate to her. Now, I've been in relationships where we haven't connected properly. And so that person is on a low vibration. So their energy wants things that aren't where I want, like on a high capacity, high mental, high spiritual level. And we don't connect. I don't shun them, but it might come off as if I'm shunning them. And I've had plenty of people tell me I think I'm better than or I'm perfect or I'm too good because I have values, because I have a moral about things. I have a way I want to be, and I have boundaries. So sometimes people boundaries put you in that situation like she just did. So I don't think all that what she's saying that ain't cookie cutter for everybody. That's her life.
And legacy.
Okay. 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 I think what the lady was saying is because she has been so used to dating the bad guy image, the dominant image, to tell her what to do when she can do it, that she has made this her image of acceptance of what a strong man is. Um so when she ran into a man, even though she don't notice that image of man seemed to always come to an end, that's how she ended up meeting a good man. So when she met the good guy, and the good guy, she said he was good. He never did anything to harm her. He did nothing. She said that because he was not aggressive verbally, that she was allowed to pretty much yell, scream, tell him what she ain't gonna do and what she is gonna do, and he took it without him giving any fire. She determined in her mind that he was a weak man.
She also said he wasn't willing to make decisions.
I didn't hear that he didn't want to make decisions. Did you hear
Yeah,
that,
she
Tony?
said.
No, but I can play it back.
I didn't. Yeah, we can. But yeah, play it back because I didn't hear her say one time he didn't want to make decisions.
I thought I heard her saying that she had to be the one to make the choice. Play it
No,
back.
she
Let's
said
hear it.
okay. Play it back one time, Tony.
Yeah, she had to make the decisions. Hold on.
After all the bad boys that I dated, I thought, you know what? Let me just date the good guy. And that didn't work out because I felt like superior to him.
There was no sexual polarity.
It just didn't work out because I felt like I was the boss. I felt
Did you find yourself snapping on him and getting a little bit more disrespectful than you normally would?
Very.
That's typically what happens.
Yeah. And I did things to him that I wouldn't do to Katie. And it's unfortunate because he's a good guy. He didn't do anything to me. The problem is that he didn't put me in my place when he should have, whenever that was supposed to happen. At some point in our relationship, he didn't put me in my place as the woman, as his woman, and he didn't show me that he can lead. So I felt like I was leading the entire household when it's really supposed to be him.
Now she's telling you
not decision leading, the lead
right
part. That's
but
what
she
I meant.
felt like because he wasn't verbally assertive and putting her in her place, as she feel that a man who has already put her in her place prior would have done.
Now that's the problem right there. We should not look for someone to correct us from doing wrong when we should know how to do right.
That's what Tony just
people,
said.
And that's what I was saying. I agree with y'all, but I feel that's her scenario. That's her situation. Because everybody ain't walking around here but people are. I can't. That's why I don't like the people today. Because people are walking around here feeling like they can treat people how they can treat them, and you're supposed to just accept it. And the thing of it is that's where she took advantage of it. She was like, "Oh, he ain't gonna check me. Well, I can." And that's the part. It stimulates your mind, and it releases a hormone that makes you feel like you got an S on your chest. That's a narcissist. That's a mental condition. That's a disorder.
And not that he wasn't a good leader, but her image in her prior relationships of what a good leader is somebody that's very voiceful, very
she's probably been abused.
Yes, and she didn't want to say that, but that's exactly what she's saying. That when she came into the presence of a good guy who did, I done talked to plenty of women who say that they don't believe a man that done been in a physical abusive relationship, say that they don't feel like a man loved them unless they put their hands on them.
Now, on the flip side, I have had guys come to me and feel like I don't appreciate their good guy because they ain't putting their hands on me, they ain't calling no names, but what they are doing is still being toxic. You being a leech. You feel like being a leech means you insecure. Now your insecurity accusing me of doing things that I ain't doing because you insecure. That then makes a person feel like I gotta step it up and take and be a bully in a sense. I gotta
But Kate,
stand
but
my
let me
ground.
ask you this
So
question,
all
based off
these
of just
scenarios create bad
Kate,
things, and that's why I
but
say it's
based
not
off
a
of
good
the
guy.
things that you just said about um stepping up and all of that, right, and being a bully. Well, they're using those mechanisms or the or vices to say or to try to make a person feel like they need to step up. And so let me ask a question. If we base that off of a woman being with a man and a man saying, okay, I make $75,000 a year. I've been taking care of and living comfortable off these $75,000 that I make, and I don't have to want for nothing. And then a woman comes into his life and she tell him because she used to being with millionaires or hundredaires or thousandaires and saying 100,000 and saying, hey, I need you to step your game up if we gonna be in a relationship because I'm used to being with men who can do this, and this for me. Wouldn't you say that right there alone would be a form of what you just was trying to describe? Because women use it all the time that if a man can't make a certain type of money, that makes him insignificant as a man.
Well, the problem is that she's comparing him to her previous relationships. Every relationship is going to be different and not necessarily the same. I mean, there's certain qualities you look for. There's certain traits you may look for, but you got to look for them in the visualism of the man. Don't
Or woman.
say or woman, right? You know, so you can't treat each person as if they're going to be identical to the last. You know, because they're not going to be. You know, did the last one treat you great? Yes. Did this one treat you great? Yes. But they both treated you great in different ways.
Right,
Some
but
people do things with a motive. So
right.
like I have met good guys who've opened my doors for me, who buy me things, bring me flowers, but in the end, it's because they want something. I had a guy tell me serious talk, and he is like, anybody do anything for you, it's because they want some pussy. If a man do something for you, it's because they want some pussy. It don't have nothing else to do with anything other than what they want. So if he being nice, if he willing to buy you something, it's for what he want. Don't get it twisted.
Listen, I'm probably gonna sign off on that. If I wasn't the one that
That ain't
said
no
it to
good
you,
guy.
but hold on. Let's just be honest and cut and clear. Don't every man that is willing
Thank
to
you, Tony.
uh, to invest his time in a woman, not just you, but any woman, his ultimate goal is wanting to feel how them guts feel while he's scooping that ass up while you under him, holding you near and dear, and trying to see if cream come from the crop. But
I'm gonna disagree because I'm gonna say I think every man, if he's attracted to her, see that's the part you left out. Because if he's not attracted to her physically, then therefore they're just friends.
right, but she just based that what she said off of a man who is trying to get with her.
No, she
The
based it
thing
on
of it,
a man doing things for her. And so the stipulation was if he's doing things for her, he must want something. And that's
Okay,
what I'm saying. If he's not attracted to you, he's just a genuine nice guy.
right. But let me show you
that's a
something.
good guy. But a
Hold
guy
on, let me
who
show you
does,
something. Let me show you something. Let me just give you an example, prime example. Kate,
don't get it to us.
let's say you've been dating the person, Tony, let's say you've been dating your significant other 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking y'all got a good relationship. But
I already know about this one.
but your significant other goes to work every day. And every day, this one woman that your significant other called his friend at the job brings him lunch, but they just friends. Your significant other ain't sexually attracted to that person. They just friends. But every day or anytime your significant other needs something done, he can call on that person to get it done while he's at work. I'm talking about now. I ain't talking about work related. I'm talking about if he needs somebody to run to the store, I got it. If that person, if you sit there and think that other person is putting in work because they're just friendly, you're blind. They're waiting for their opportunity to reveal their true feelings.
That's because she's attracted to him. There's an attraction.
But what I'm telling you is, even over time, it will build an attraction. That's why I gave you 5 years. I didn't say 2 months.
But at that time too, like that's a whole different. That's a whole different relationship. This is people. Some people feel like there was a lady who thought she was a cat. And she was going around, I think she was going around meowing and licking things. People
me.
Crazy, man. People crazy.
She missed me.
She missed you.
You said she was licking things.
You gonna let her lick you? She would have a fur ball in her neck.
You did that,
where
Kate.
I was
You
going.
did that.
That wasn't where I was going. Oh Lord, that was not. I don't even know. I don't even look.
But Kate, I want you to answer. I want you to answer. How would you feel if a woman was doing that, who was just a platonic friend, as we believe in her to be? How would you take that of a woman doing that for your significant other on a regular? Be honest.
So like, I don't share.
Now she's sharing. God damn it, she's sharing. She feel like she's sharing.
Well, no, so things that no, for real. They're to me, they're things that I should be doing for my partner that shouldn't other people be doing. Now,
correct.
If okay, say it's a loan application and I'm at work, it need to get done, she gonna help out, okay, fine. But say every single thing like what you just said, it's like she his secretary, personal assistant. If that's not his sister, his like grew up like play sister. Like they knew each other all their life before me.
You see all those stipulations?
Right. But after me, nah.
This is why I say that even though a person can genuinely start off being a good person, if a woman is a good woman, listen, Cake, if a woman is a good woman and that good dude see that you are a good woman, eventually he's going to recognize you for being a good woman, and eventually for spending time with you, for doing things with you, doing things for you, his feelings will get attached to you.
So what if he's a good dude and he's married? He's still a good dude.
His wife ain't gonna let you keep doing good damn deeds for another woman.
He's on the job, so the wife don't know about it. He ain't coming home every day saying, "Oh, this is what I did for Kate at the job
today." But now he's hiding shit from his wife that he's continually doing something from another woman.
And that's what makes him not a good dude, because see, good dudes don't take advantage of people. And just like I or he or whoever could see this person being overly friendly, if I could see it, he could see it. And he letting it go on. He is manipulating that person, that he taking advantage of her kindness
Exactly.
of. That's not a good person. And that's what I meant
Exactly.
by there. I have a different idea of good, because people do shit and let shit happen in the order of it's good. And that shit don't be nothing good but for anybody but for them. If they take what they want and desire out the equation and it don't be good, it ain't good. Mm-mm. I'm not for that. And so people people today, they try to take they try to manipulate too much and change up situations to make it favor they were doing something in the name of good, when the whole time it was a navel of what can I get out of this, and that's not no good shit. You keep that shit.
Let me show you something, Kate. This weekend, I washed my car this weekend, right? So when I was washing my car in my backyard, I stay in an apartment complex. The only black family that stays is a lady and her kids that's next door. And she asked me, she said, Mr. Tony. I say, yeah. She say, do you mind washing my car? I said, no, I don't mind washing it. So when I got done washing mine, I washed her car. I was already out there, sweaty, doing what I had to do. And when I got finished washing it and cleaning it up, parked it for her, she walked outside and said, how much do I owe you? She had money in her hand willing to pay me. I said, no, because this done been several times that she done cook dinner. She's a chef that lives right across from me. And she done cook dinner and done brought over me a plate and said, here you go, Mr. Tony. And it hasn't been anything of any me looking at her no more than a nice black lady. She's a nice looking lady, but my mind hasn't gone to, oh, I might need to try to get that. But eventually, if I was the person that I used to be, then that would definitely have been something that I would have been moving for, because I'm doing something, you doing something. I don't even her daughter asked to say, why you don't try to talk to Mr. Tony? And cause that's what they call me, Mr. Tony. And she was like, Mr. Tony a nice person. And she was like, no, Mr. Tony got a lady, da 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 da. But at the end of the day, when like you say, Cake, if you're doing something genuine from your heart, you shouldn't be looking for something in return of that. But
You,
if I continually did something for this person every day, all the time, eventually I be doing all the shit that I'm doing as a man for you. I might as well be your man.
you know, some people, there's a such thing called a Samaritan. And there are some people who have a kindness in their heart that they just want to do kind gestures and do good deeds when they can. So if their
Mhm.
knack is, I'm a cook when I cook, and I know I've been that way, that okay, I live in an apartment complex and I know that there's certain people who they gon' if they eat, they eating fast food because they working late, they
Right,
single, So whatever I know their scenario, their situation, and I gotta cook for 6 people. So if in my way of eating, it come in increments of 4. So that means I either gotta cook enough for 8 or it ain't enough. So there
right.
always is going to be something extra that I could share, or they got seconds. And I cook hearty because I got sons. So it's usually cooking for 12. So now there is room that I can give some food if somebody wants some. And I have no problem with, you want something to eat? And I can run in and go get it. I
Mhm.
have had men have a issue with, you gonna get them some food? Who they hungry. They want to eat. What you got a problem with it? It's this thing of envy and jealousy that people be feeling against other people instead of accepting the good gesture. We need to be doing more good things in this world for each other, and it don't need to be taken as if what's wrong with them, what they want, what they out for. It should be accepted because that's what it's supposed to be. But now today
But Kate,
it's hard to accept.
the problem with that is I'm all for that. But when the same individual, I wouldn't give a damn if you fed 10 different people, 10 different men. If it's one person that you're continually giving this type of attention to, it automatically draws a flag in that person to say, why this motherfucker always in my woman face? Why
I
did
agree with that. I agree with that.
so because me and even women know when other women are doing sneaky shit to let their man know you can have me. The same way
Right.
another man knows if I came to the house and my neighbor taking trash, I'm talking about in Palm Beach, taking trash from my house, because the trash can right there, and he just doing it because he walking his trash can out. I'm gonna say thank you because I wasn't there to do it at the time. But if I ain't hired you to continually go to my woman's house and take trash out, now I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna start watching for a while because you comfortable with taking my motherfucking trash can to the road. I haven't hired you for that. And so we have to be careful just because there are people that do good gestures and people hide shit for years. I don't have female friends tell me they don't have guy friends that's been friends for years that sit back and say, do you know, out of all these years, I thought such and such just wanted to be friends with me. And soon as I told him I was single, this motherfucker shot his shot.
Woo!
All these years, this
30
person been a
years.
good friend. But
Man.
people wait for their opportunity.
And that is true. I have had that happen. And now I've been like, whoa. It's awkward. It's weird. It makes you sometimes feel like what the
You been
world coming to
stalking
an
me.
end. Oh
Yeah,
no, the world coming to an end, and you feel like last resort. But stalking too. Stalking. But
because
Tony got one more video though.
go ahead, T.
Oh, I'm looking at the clock. Yep.
And I looked at the clock too, and I was like, "Oh, because I wanted to say more about this with the lady and everything too." But I think
Because
that
Juicy can get long-winded.
and I can go 45 miles. Squirt, 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 squirt.
Go to the next bit.
Oh, wow.
Angel Reese is going viral after being welcomed to the Chicago Sky organization for her introduction press conference in what looked like to be poor fashion from the franchise. Because when you compare it to Caitlin Clark's introduction conference for the Indiana Fever, they look like they were preparing for this day for years. Bringing out a red carpet, having their gym packed with fans, media, cameras, front office staff, all giving hugs with joy. She was even escorted to the gym in a Mercedes Sprinter. And even the Minnesota Lynx welcomed their new rookie, Alyssa Peely, with much appreciation by greeting her with a tribal ceremony since she's Samoan with Alaska Native descent, while also having her local community members there to show love, as well as the Lieutenant Governor, Penny Flanagan, who is also of Native descent. However, for Angel Reese, she walked in alone in what looked like an empty high school gymnasium, as if the Chicago Sky wasn't even prepared for her introduction conference. There was minimal media, no fans, no exciting warm hugs from any front office staff. However, Reese has done exactly what Caitlin Clark has done for the WNBA so far. Both their jerseys have sold out and tickets have skyrocketed for both organizations before either player have put on a jersey. Both these women are breaking barriers for this sport, yet one is getting the proper recognition from their organization, but the other is looking like they're getting taken advantage of.
that this was going to
See,
eventually.
we gotta address this in June.
Listen, I knew that this when I saw this. I look at it differently. Um, I even look at how Caitlin Clark, the white lady, was dressed. So somebody informed her that she needed to dress formal. So she had a heads up of what was gonna be going on. She knew the itinerary. She knew that she needed to be professional.
They
I
planned
think
something for her.
they planned something for her because if you look at the black girl, she
They didn't
I mean
plan shit for her.
they didn't plan that for her, but just look at how she was dressed. She
But the
already
thing
knew.
about it is, she was dressed that way because she knew there was nothing
Right,
planned for her. Had she
right,
been knew there was going to be this plan for her, she would have been probably dressed for the part.
right,
But what's
because
the
she was
point
the
of dressing
best.
for the
She
part?
was the best person. She was the best. The black girl was the best dressed person at the draft when she
Pull
won, when
up.
she got drafted.
She outdid her, and she
Yeah,
outdid her on the court. She
yep.
outdo her all the time. But you
Well,
know
I'm
what?
gonna
They
say
not
this.
gonna let
She
it.
did
They
not
not
do
gonna let
her.
it be.
She didn't do. She did not do. Listen, she did not do the white girl all around sports. She did beat her for a championship. The white girl has scored more points in basketball with women college basketball history and than anybody who's ever played the game. The white girl
Okay.
has her accolades for being the best shooter to ever play the sport of basketball, and that's coming behind some great legacies of black women that are in the WNBA. But
I
this
mean,
is the
good.
thing, huh?
I said, okay, good. I'm hating.
God,
I'm hating. I'm
listen,
hating.
but
I got a big issue.
head up,
Ain't no
Angela.
but in it. And I'm
The
all
black
women
girl,
rights, but at this
the
point,
black
it's
girl
a
did beat her
divide.
in a championship. But the thing
And
is this: we allow for people to handle us in different ways than we should. And sometimes we come to the table just happy to be somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes we go places just happy to say I made it and I attended it. And it's crazy that she don't and her PR people don't understand that for the rest of those two young ladies' career, they're gonna be compared in everything they do because they were what they call them mortal enemies on the basketball court. And right now, even that white girl contract was bigger than the black girl contract.
so now they're not going to be compared. They already
Well,
have showed and proved who they think is greater and better, and they're letting
exactly.
it be known. And that's where
Yes.
my issue is. So Tony, put the Yankee picture back up. Not the one with Obama, but just the picture of the kids. Look at the dynamics of this picture.
All blacks
Look
and
who
one look like a white lady.
in the middle. Like
Yeah.
she the centerpiece.
Yeah. But maybe they did that also because she the shortest.
Listen,
Or she like Oompa
you
Loompa.
could take it down because we're gonna go back to the other one, the other people. I only said show that because, like I said to Tony, we can address this in June. Politics got a lot to play, and they fucking
Yes.
with these kids,
But
these young
Juicy, hold on, I'm
adults,
finna show you
and
something, Juicy. Watch this. Do you know? Watch this. What I'm finna show you. Do you know that the Clarkson lady lost the national championship again to I think the South Carolina Gamecock girls team. They went undefeated. The South Carolina Gamecocks with the black coach Don that used to be in the WNBA have only lost two games in three games in 3 years. Their record is like 90 something and three. They won the
mm,
championship this year. They beat that white girl team. Do you know that them folks still invited that white girl team to the White House as if they won the championship? Only people go to the White House are people that win
are
the championship.
winners. Winners. But see, the
So,
thing of it
so when
is,
Kate say what she said about the favoritism in politics, that white girl is what is considered to be a great white hype to the white community. There's
yep.
only a few great white hypes that we talk about when when they're playing against the elite black people. In basketball, the
Larry
great
Bird.
white hype was Larry Bird. The next great white hype was Dirk Nowitzki, John Stockton. And even now, Jokic, who just beat LeBron yesterday, is the next great white hype. So when we're not gonna say hype, we're gonna say great white hope because they're doing the thing. But they're making a public view of the same thing Juicy is saying, that she's the great white hope and inspiration, not just for the generation of women that want to play for the WNBA, but hey, little white girls, y'all lock in and go buy these jerseys for her.
And then the crazy part about it is they said, even then they were saying that they both gonna have generated about equal the same amount of sales as far as jerseys being sold and so forth, even before they laid foot on court. So
Yep.
they both bring to the table a whole meal. Now the thing about it is, my problem is the message that they're sending out. These white women were pissed when Little Mermaid came out with a black Ariel.
Yep.
And I'm looking at it as they like, we is not about to sit here and let y'all just overrule and dominate and everything. We've got to save face. We've got to have some form of an example. So we got one. And if she doing what she doing and she doing what she doing, good for you. But that don't mean that the sister ain't. And for that sister, that's where her integrity, I call people out on that. Yeah, your aspiration and your dream is to go and to be in WNBA. But if they gonna treat you like you ain't shit on them.
But the truth, Kate, but guess what? Guess who brought it? Who brought this to the forefront? That black girl. She the one who saw the difference and brought it to social media.
But bringing it to social media ain't changed nothing. She still walked in that gym. She should have said, I'm not going
No,
inside
she
until
did it.
I
She
have
did it
my.
after. She did it after that because she didn't know that it was a difference until later on when she saw it. Then that's when she put everything together and brought it to social media.
Okay, well, if you watching, because I know everybody gonna tune into the ATL show, and why not? While you at it, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. But if you
Mm-hmm.
need help in planning, I can put it on for you. Let's do it, because you need your recognition. You need the proper introduction. Who are you and where you going and what you doing? It need to be known. Because I was like, who is she? Is she go? She it looked like she was going to high school. It was her first day of school and she was
Exactly.
lost.
Yep.
I'm like, she didn't even take a book bag. She didn't even have a pencil with her.
Okay.
Chick that graduated and got
But guess what?
money.
Guess what else? Guess what else has been said though? People are speculating, allegedly, that the white girl has so many characteristics and features of a white boy. People
So
are
she could
starting to
be
say that
transgender.
she could be transgender, but she's been being a girl for so long, nobody remember her as a boy. So
Well, the
people are
thing of it
saying,
is she could have, and
look
if
at the
it
picture,
happened
Frank.
as a, but if it
Pull
happened
that
as a
picture up.
child,
Right.
then it's sealed.
It's sealed.
And
Pull
see,
up the picture, Tony. And when they
Angel
standing up
Reese is
side
going
by,
viral after being welcomed to the Chicago Sky organization for her introduction press conference in what looked like to be poor fashion from the franchise. Because when you compare it to Caitlin Clark's introduction conference for the Indiana Fever, they look like they were preparing for this day for years. Bringing out a red carpet, having their gym packed with fans, media, cameras, front office staff, all giving hugs with joy. She was even escorted to the gym in a Mercedes Sprinter. And even the Minnesota Lynx welcomed their new rookie, Alyssa Peely, with much appreciation by greeting her with a tribal ceremony since she's Samoan with Alaska Native descent, while also having her local community members there to show love, as well as the Lieutenant Governor, Penny Flanagan, who is also of Native descent. However, for Angel Reese, she walked in alone in what looked like an empty high school gymnasium, as if the Chicago Sky wasn't even prepared for her introduction conference. There was minimal media, no fans, no exciting warm hugs from any front office staff. However, Reese has done exactly what Caitlin Clark has done for the WNBA so far. Both their jerseys have sold out and tickets have skyrocketed for both organizations before either player have put on a jersey. Both these women are breaking barriers for this sport, yet one is getting the proper recognition from their organization, but the other is looking like they're getting taken advantage of.
Right there,
You
they was on
know,
the now. But what I want to also tell you is a lot of people have great disparities about the women in the WNBA say, "Oh, we don't make enough money." Da da da. The men make da 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 da. But the truth is, the WNBA never sells out their tickets. The stadium is never completely full like the men basketball game. Now, what I want to show you is why, after 3 years of being in the College League of Basketball, this young lady has so many fans. This black lady has so many fans. Why aren't her fans right there cheering her on? Why is there not a large announcement that she's gonna be at this high school? Where was her family? So you have to ask yourself, it's
It's
not just this,
her PR
huh?
team. Her PR team is not publicizing.
Right. So
but it could be her PR team was told not to.
well, she has her own. She has a PR team because see, Angela Reese, the black girl, she has what is called an NIL deal. When you're at the top of your class in college, and they don't stop you now from being able to make money off endorsements and stuff in college now. You have people that are top players in college who are already making $3 and $4 million from Nike and all different types of stuff yearly, just because they already know they're the dogs and they gonna generate money for their company. So
Okay,
Angela,
so she got money coming in because she's able, because she good, and
right,
say on the percentage that her PRs make, they get 10% because she good.
right.
All right, but hey, we'll give you an extra 10% to make sure that you miss a
Then
few
she
deadlines.
all of that
You
what you
don't do
saying,
all
Cake, is
this.
possible. It's possible.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
at that time, she needs to get rid of her PR team that was willing to be bought.
Well, now she might know. Before, she might not even known it was willing to be bought. Now she realized it. Wake up!
Because that Angela Reese has been the face of college basketball along with Caitlin Clarkson for the last 2 years. And I was just watching it again and me looking at everything. That stadium was filled with white people. But you also have to remember this one thing before we get out of here. Angela Reese was also disliked by a lot of basketball fans and women who like women basketball because anytime black women have some bravado or some extra words, because see, last year Kaylee Clarkson had the John Cena thing, you can't see me. She was doing that to every team that she beat, everybody she played. But she played Angela Reese in the championship. And when Angela Reese done beat Caitlin Clarkson, Angela Reese did the same thing to her. Do you know the media got mad at Angela Reese for doing it? People had to go back and play the video of Caitlin Clarkson doing it to other people in order for white society to not be mad at her no more. Because if you don't got nothing to say when she do it, keep your motherfucking mouth closed when it's done to her. And no matter what we say in life, yes, it seems like the great veil of racism has been uplifted to a degree, but it hasn't. It just changed uniform.
What changed? Cause I ain't need to know uniform change.
It changed. They put them in referees. They put them in judges. They put them in lawyers. They put them in doctors. You ain't going inside of no Savage store, no thrift store, and finding no old Ku Klux Klan Nazi skinhead clothing inside of these stores. They in people's closets and they change uniform.
Man, nothing. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
Well, listen, we can go on for hours because my crew team to be long-winded, and it's just 3 of us tonight. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and we're gonna get ready to call this a night. And I hope we, brought some knowledge to you guys on certain things. We didn't get the feedback tonight that we thought we would, but we damn so appreciate it and know that there were people out there watching us tonight. We love you guys. Some of them may be shy, but please hit that like, subscribe, and share button so that we can get to this 50,000 mark and then on to the 150,000 mark, as Juicy say, so we can get multiple plaques. Cause one
Thank
ain't gonna
you.
sit at one motherfucker house thinking it's his. But we're gonna go ahead and bring out
ATL.
the juiciest cake in the business. Tony, what if them folks send us a plaque talking about ATL?
They won't.
They might. They
No,
might.
I assure you that won't happen.
Oh, one might come that way, and that would be a good one. So you can
Yeah.
find me here every Tuesday, and please take note because we really take note. We're not here on Fridays; we're here on Thursdays. Take note. Look, I'm talking to me. Take note, and we here on Thursday at 8:00, and Tuesdays at 9. But you can find me here on the ATL show. You can check me out on Facebook, Nicole Purse, on Instagram, Miss Beautiful, or TikTok, Miss Juicy Cakes. And if you have any questions, first, for the record, I'm not a doctor. I don't know how to do anything, but I do know how to talk to you, and I can share some things that I do that work for me. It might work for you. We trial and error. We can see. But I'm here for you.
But she don't
EnlivenTV.com.
but she don't know nothing though.
I don't know nothing. Nothing, nothing.
We're
Nothing.
gonna go ahead and bring out the man that makes it possible, besides the Father up above, for us to be here and entertain you guys for the time that we're the time slot that we're on here. We appreciate it. But the gentleman that makes it possible for us to come together, pain in my ass, but definitely a person that I love to run things by. A pain in my ass. But definitely, I really don't want to go not one day without him. But he's a pain in my ass. And AB, just let them people know.
First of all, you just
It
said pain in
sounds
his ass.
like
You just said pain in his ass too many times. That's all you got hemorrhoids.
I was about to say, like that's just TMI. That's what
Yeah,
I was about to say. I'm gonna tell. Look, because Vicks Vapor Rub. If you have hemorrhoids, it's the truth. With a little gauze.
put right on up in there. Anyway, I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown. I can be found on all social medias. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube under Anthony Brown or The Anthony Brown Show. And you can find us every Tuesday and Thursday right here, right before you. On Tuesdays at 9 o'clock and on Thursdays, 8 o'clock. Thursdays, we always try to have live guests, live entertainment, and both nights interaction. So, like I said, if you comment, we will respond accordingly. Everything is live here, and we keep it live. No filter. Put your children to sleep. You can email me with any show ideas, comments, concerns, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever. I take it all. No personal feelings. I don't get offended. You can email me at the Anthony Brown Show at gmail.com. You could also text or call me at 561-768-3710 for business purposes only. Also, I have a Facebook page. I ask that you follow my Facebook page. It's called Anthony the Writer on Facebook. And words that I live by and have been doing so for many years, and so should you. And that's you got to grind until you shine.
All right. Appreciate both of you on here tonight. I don't know what happened to my sister Thelma. Hopefully she'll be here Thursday. We love you, girl. And again, shout out to the Savage One. We sorry about your loss. We're here for you if you need us. Well, y'all know who I am. I'm the one and only, the legacy, the great one. You can reach out to me and find me on Facebook up on our Dream Williams. YouTube, you can hit me up at Legacy the Great. My email is legacyunlocked@mail.com. For business purpose only, you can reach out to me at 561-907-9129. And if you can't get me there, you can reach out to me at 229-630-7615. Again, we just want to thank you guys. We're nothing without you guys. We appreciate all your comments and all your as Tony said earlier, information or advice on how we can make the show better and things. So continue to do those things, continue to make us better. Iron sharpen irons. And you know what I say better than anybody in the day. ATL!